Hi guys, Newb Ninja here, and I'm just going to quickly run through a little tutorial just to help some of you guys. I've had a problem that I wanted to change the font that was used in the CodeMonkey damage pop-up tutorial, as you can see here. So props to CodeMonkey for that. Fantastic site, by the way, really appreciate it. But I did write this in text, but it looks like YouTube removed it, so I've made a quick video just showing you how I created a different font. So if I just go here quickly, I'll show you that the default font, this is just a project I'm working on at the moment, but we'll just pop this up 2 seconds. So you'll see that the default font, which is this font here. It's yellow, you know, you've got the little pop-ups. It's a nice font, but it's very basic. It's the default font, so I wanted to change that, and I was having an issue doing so. Basically I'm going to run you through that. I actually changed it. Let's quickly activate this. I took Dynapuff, which is a free font on Google, and I essentially added that, and I'll teach you how I did that. But sorry, I'm just trying to find my tab. Basically I added a few lines of code to the current damage pop-up script and the game handler provided in the tutorial, and then I just dollied it up with a little bit of glow and shadow. So quickly show you it now. So now that we've got the new font active, and this is what it should look like. So if we just spawn some enemies, this is with the new font active. Sorry, this is in the early stages, but you can see it's a different font now. And if you want to do anything more with that, you can just go into the material and you can add a glow to it if you want, and change the glow parameters. Say we go green, for example, it stands out. You can change the luminosity of it or the intensity. There we go. So you get the idea. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to do very quickly. So we'll try to keep this to the point as possible. If you just go to Google and find a font you want, so I don't know, like go free fonts, Google. Let's find out one that we want to use. Google fonts, that'll do. And if I don't know, what's a good one. So this is the one I used. Let's try this one. Let's try the silk screen. It's not really my favorite, but yeah, okay, let's just go for this one. Let's go. So just check the license, guys. Make sure it's free. So fonts are licensed under the Open Font license, and it basically states that you can use them in products, projects, print or digital, commercial or otherwise. Okay, so that'll do. I'll just dismiss that. We'll go to download the family. Go here, shown folder, and if we just quickly, go to downloads, right click that. And there we go. So we'll, I don't know, let's just take the regular, shall we? We take the bold. So I just copy this. You don't have to install it on the machine. I just copy this and I put it into my assets folder. So under here I have an assets folder called fonts, but you can just put it anywhere. I'm just gonna, I can't paste it directly. I've got to go directly to the root. So we've got assets and then fonts. This is just my project directory. And remember, everything has to be put into assets, and you can make a subfolder if you like, but obviously this is the name of my project. This is my assets directory, and I created a folder called fonts where I put my fonts, and that is it. So now if you click into the game, you should see it. It's appeared down here, but it can't be used in that format because that's just a TDF file. You have to convert it. So to do that, you go to Window at the top of Unity, and you click just go to TextMesh Pro, Font Asset Creator, and then here you need to click Generate Font Atlas. I'll tell you there's something missing. It doesn't really matter. It's generated now, so we just click. Oh, sorry, I've already done that. My apologies. I picked the wrong one. Let's just go out there. So I should have went to Window. My apologies. TextMesh Pro, Font Asset Creator, and then we need to click the right one. So make sure you choose the one you want to do. So in this case, mine's Silk Screen Bold. I'll drag that up to there. Generate Font. We got a couple of missing characters, but that's fine. Click Save, and then it's going to ask me where I want to save it to. I'm just going to save it to the fonts directory where it is. and that's it. It's ready to be used. Now, if you want to edit anything in here, you basically go to the material section, and then you can add things like glow or lighting. You can change you can add a bevel. You know, there's certain other things in there, bevel, bump maps and whatnot. But for now, let's just see what it looks like. So let's apply that. Now, you need to do a few things in the actual script. So the damage pop-up script, if you've followed the tutorial, you should have a layout like this. So in your assets folder, you should have a resources, and it would have prompted you to create an asset. An object, sorry, a game object called game assets. Now in that there should only be this PF damage pop-up, which again you're prompted to drag that in through the tutorial. What you need to do is you need to go to the game assets script here. So if you double click it, open it up, and you see here I've created basically a public. You've got to add using text mesh pro up here. But basically, let's create a new one just so you can see it's a different asset. So TMP, we'll call it, it's a font asset, and we'll call it prefab pop font 2. Let's just make a different font, okay? So now you can see it's added. We're going to save that to the file, Control and S. And in here, you'll see in the damage pop-up, which is the script that you get as part of the tutorial as well. I've got them saved in scripts folder, and you'll see here it's damage pop-up. There we go. So if I just double click my damage pop-up script, and when you get in here, basically this is the line I've added from the previous for the updated font, but we're just going to copy that. So essentially you're just going to be typing damage pop-up, which is just basically this damage pop-up here, dot get component, and we're going to get the text mesh pro component because that's what we're going to be accessing to get the font, and we want to set the font, and that we're going to call the game assets object, and the instantiation of that, and we're just going to call the PF pop-up font 2. Now that's it set. So now our font will actually use this. I'll just take this out because that's the one that I built earlier on. So now we're going to be using the new pop-up font that we've just done. Right, okay, so basically very quickly you just need to add this line of thing in line of code into the damage pop-up create static function, and that's it really, apart from the game assets where we've created the new text mesh pro font asset, and we've just called it PF pop-up font 2. Now we need to actually attach that, so we need to drag our new font. So if I click fonts here, and this is our new font here, I need to get access to the actual game assets object, which is over there. And I hate this when you have to lock these. They're annoying. When you click something else, it disappears, so be careful. If you go to your resources, click your game assets object, and then if you go to fonts and drag the font you've made into the new one. So I've got PF pop-up font 2 is now silk screen. So that's set, and I've already wrote the code again. The code is simply here in the game assets script, and finally we've added this line of code here, which is just damage pop-up. This damage pop-up, it's getting the component text mesh pro, and it's setting the font to the pop-up font that we've just placed onto the game's assets object. Right, I'm babbling on a bit, sorry. Then we just go in. Let's just go in. It should actually work. It should work. So just fire some weapons, and there you go. We've got a new font in there, and yeah, that is that. Sorry, this is just a test scene, but that's all I wanted to show you guys. It took me a little while to figure it out, and I was starting to rack my brains. You can see it's not very pretty with like the very bland, like just colouring. To get around that, you can do this whilst it's running if you like, but essentially you can add a glow. You glow all the outline here. So if you want to, just choose a colour for the outline or choose a thickness. So if we wanted to add a thickness, now you can see we've got a thickness on the lines there. So a black. If you wanted it something a bit more vibrant, then you could always change the colour itself. There we go. Or you can have a nice green. I seem to like the greens myself, but there we go. Bright. And turn the thickness down a little. And then if you really want to, we can add a glow to it as well. Change the glow. I don't know. Let's change it to orange. And actually, I think the glow is overpowered by the outline. And we turn the outline off. Oh, it's the intensity that I haven't changed. We just go here. I'm just fiddling on at the minute. Here we go. And if we go to the inner or the outer, and we can change the outer there. Doesn't seem to have worked very offset. Am I doing something wrong here? Okay, for some reason the glow doesn't seem to be working. But the thickness up here, this one definitely works. Anyway, guys, sorry. Trial and error. I hope this has helped someone anyway, guys. It did really. We're starting to get a little bit congested here. Let's take out some of the things here. But yeah, I hope it's helped somebody. This took me ages to figure out, and I just wanted to spread some love and give a little feedback. Thanks very much, CodeMonkey, for all your tutorials. Your channel is absolutely fantastic, and if you do get to see this video, I really appreciate everything I've learned from your channel, and I will be subscribing to your Patreon as soon as I get paid. Alright guys, that's everything. Hope this helps. If you've got any feedback, leave it down in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.